are two objectives I set for every orthodontic treatment: excellent clinical outcomes and a positive patient experience. My digital bonding protocol helps me toward achieving both right from the start. On the clinical side, the ability to determine the ideal bracket placement for my treatment plan and then be able to deliver that bracket placement consistently and reliably helps to ensure that the case will progress as intended with fewer surprises. There is no risk of bumping an individual bracket in bonding as there is with direct bonding, and much of the variability found in traditional indirect bonding is controlled in this process. On the patient side, the shorter bonding appointments are much appreciated, and there is no final step of grinding off cured flash, which is the step in traditional indirect bonding that is among the least favorite for my team and patients. Patients appreciate that they're working with an orthodontist who uses state-of-the-art technology, and it certainly helps that the bond success rate of this protocol has reduced the occurrence of patients coming in requiring a rebond for a failed bracket. Digital flash-free bonding has helped to make the course of treatment more predictable for me and more enjoyable for my patients. Achieving quality in outcomes and treatment experience is not new, but I appreciate how my bonding system has helped achieve both predictably and consistently. I have found digital flash-free bonding to be a very efficient and reliable process, and one that does not sacrifice bond quality or accuracy. The advantages are apparent in every stage of the process, which I will describe here. Scanning the patient's teeth removes the step of taking an impression and creating stone models, making this stage of treatment easier to manage for my practice, and the experience is more comfortable for the patient. Treatment planning with software offers versatility. I can incorporate scans with cone beam images and have easy access to intraoral and facial photos. I can manipulate the images as needed, zoom in, analyze different options, and in the end arrived at a bracket placement that I am confident will deliver my desired objectives. With the analysis and placement complete, I create the bonding tray from the same set of data with no additional data transfer steps to a different system. I control the many different aspects of the tray design. Printing the tray is straightforward. Generally speaking, it takes 60 minutes to print an upper and lower arch, an additional 30 minutes to rinse and cure the tray after printing, and my technician allows at least 5 hours of time for it to completely dry. With the trays complete, designed to my specifications based on the patient data and treatment plan, I'm ready to load the brackets. The ability to place the brackets in their accurate position before the patient arrives is valuable. There is no element of intraoral moisture or patient movement to manage, and there is no pressure to work as quickly as possible before moisture and movement becomes an issue. And unlike traditional indirect bonding, the brackets are not transferred from another bonding surface, so there is no variable of surface contamination. I'm able to pull the brackets directly from their protective packaging at the time of tray loading. On the morning of the bonding appointment, we match the bonding tray with the brackets to be added. The clear labeling of the packaging helps ensure that we have the right brackets, and it's a relatively simple process to transfer the brackets from their packaging to their custom designed place in the tray. This is a step that can be learned easily, and with flash-free adhesive, it's nice that there is no additional step to add adhesive to the base. It's already there. Whether it is ceramic brackets or metal, the loading process is essentially the same. Accurate placement of direct bond buccal tubes can be especially challenging, but when loading them to trays, it is as straightforward as the other brackets. Every bracket loaded into the tray at this stage means time savings during the appointment, both because there is no careful bracket positioning one tooth at a time during the appointment, and the flash-free adhesive already in place removes at the step of adding adhesive at the appointment or grinding cured flash after tray removal. Once the brackets are loaded into the tray, we store them in a standard light-tight box until the time of the appointment. We have found that we don't need to hurry. The ambient light of the room does not affect the bracket adhesive while completing the tray, but it's best to keep the brackets protected during the hours before the appointment. On the day of bonding, the teeth, of course, need to demonstrate good oral health, and they are prepared and proofed in the same manner as with all bonding procedures. After the teeth are cleaned with a non-fluoride paste, rinse the teeth and ensure the teeth are dry. I prefer to use Transbond Plus Self-Etching Primer instead of a conventional 3-step approach because the product has both primer and etchant included. More time is saved and more variables are removed for a more consistent process. After you mix the two mixtures of Transbond Plus Self-Etching Primer, rub with pressure for 5 seconds per tooth in the middle third of the clinical crown. Then we remove the tray from the light-tight box and seal it on the teeth fully. Cure the brackets through the tray. As always, proper light curing is a crucial step. Ensuring first that the light is emitting the proper intensity, position the light tip 90 degrees from the bracket. For ceramic brackets, cure each tooth for a full 3 seconds. For buccal tubes, cure 6 seconds mesial and 6 seconds occlusal to the tube. Remove the tray carefully. Depending on the case, you may choose to cure the brackets a second time after tray removal. But the advantage to using flash-free brackets is that, for all cases, there will be no cured flash to grind away at this stage. The patient is ready to have the wires placed. A protocol that has a few steps as possible is easier to control variability and to perform consistently. It is time-saving, but it is more than that. It is an improvement in the quality of time spent with the patient, with less time positioning brackets from tooth to tooth or grinding off cured flash, and more time interacting with the patient on this exciting new journey they are starting toward a healthier smile.